This is the moment when a tennis player stops being a curiosity and starts becoming a presence in your living room, a fixture in your evening routine, someone whose matches you schedule your life around. That is what Eala has become. That is what she is about to prove all over again. She has just touched down in Washington, D.C. for a $1.06 million WTA 500 event, and I can tell you right now, the atmosphere outside the William H.G. Fitzgerald Tennis Center is already humming with a frequency this tournament has not experienced in years. You hear it in the air before you even see the courts. It is the sound of flags snapping in the breeze, red, white, and blue, but not the kind you are thinking of. 3 stars, 3 suns. A sea of Filipino pride wrapping itself around the fences just 72 hours after their heroine walked off the most famous grass courts in the world, tears streaming down her face, having given everything she had against Jasmine Paolini. She did not go home. She did not retreat. She got on a plane. And what she is walking into on July 27th is arguably the most unforgiving field the DC Open has ever assembled. If you have been tracking this young woman since that electric run in Miami, through the madness of Madrid, through the sweltering courts of Berlin, you already know exactly where you are. You are in the inner circle. You are among the real ones. So make sure you are subscribed and locked in with us, because this arrival in the nation's capital is far more than just another stop on the tour. This is a signal. Let us rewind for just a moment. 4 days ago, on July 6th, Wimbledon, the round of 16. Eala loses to Paolini in 3 sets. The scoreline reads 4-6, 6-4, 3-6. On paper, it is just another result. But look closer. That was the deepest any Filipina has ever ventured into a Grand Slam tournament in the modern era. The Guardian captured the scene perfectly, describing her departure from center court to a standing ovation. She did not slink away. She walked off with her head held high, acknowledging a crowd that had just witnessed something historic. The very next day, July 7th, she took to Instagram. A single picture. A single word as a caption. Everything. That was Monday. By Wednesday, she was on the ground in Washington. The field waiting for her? It is a WTA 500 event in name only. Looking at the lineup, it feels far more like a WTA 1000 tournament wearing a smaller badge. According to the WTA's July 3rd release, 7 of the world's top 20 are etched into this draw. We are talking about Elena Svitolina, the very same woman Eala dismantled in Berlin just 3 weeks ago. You can be certain Svitolina has that date circled on her calendar. She will be looking for a measure of revenge. We have Marta Kostyuk, a former finalist here. There is Naomi Osaka, a 2-time U.S. Open champion still battling her way back to the upper echelons of the game. Venus Williams, 46 years old, still commanding center stage with every step she takes. And Leylah Fernandez, the defending champion, holding the trophy from 2025 and looking to defend her crown. That is not a draw. That is a gauntlet. Then there is the matter of the clock. Just 12 months ago, in Cincinnati, fatigue caught up with Eala. She succumbed to the weight of a brutal back-to-back schedule. The tennis world remembers. The tennis world is quietly whispering, can a 21-year-old peak on the grass of Wimbledon and then immediately peak again on the hard courts of North America inside of 3 weeks? History is full of cautionary tales. History says no. But Eala has spent 2026 rewriting what history says is possible. Let us talk about the stakes involved here. The women's prize pool in Washington is sitting at over $1.6 million. Total tournament commitment, when you factor in hospitality and the broader ecosystem, crosses that threshold comfortably. For a player who was ranked outside the world's top 140 just 12 months ago, this is not simply a paycheck. This is a life bracket. This is the kind of money that changes everything. And she did not sneak into it. There is no asterisk next to her name. The WTA confirmed 20 direct main draw entries for DC. Eala is one of them. No wild card. No favor. No handout. Her ranking, currently hovering around 32, with Wimbledon points set to push her even higher on July 14th, bought her seat at this table. Some Filipino outlets initially, mistakenly, reported she was a wild card. The WTA's own release corrected that narrative. She earned the right to be here. Now consider how she earned it. Compress the month of June into a single breath. Berlin, June 17th. She beats world number 10 Elena Rybakina. The score is 7-5, 6-4. Berlin, June 18th. She beats Elena Svitolina, a Wimbledon champion, a 5-time Grand Slam semi-finalist, back-to-back, on grass, on their terms. She did not just beat them. She outplayed them. Then we arrive at Wimbledon. Round of 32. July 4th. The defending champion is across the net. Iga Swiatek. Eala wins, 7-6, 6-2. This is her second career victory over Swiatek. You do not beat Iga Swiatek at Wimbledon by accident. You beat her because you belong in that space. You beat her because the moment is not too big for you. And when she stepped up to the microphone after that monumental win, she said something that Filipino Twitter immediately turned into a national scripture. The court is not the place to belittle yourself. Pause on that. That is not just a motivational line. That is a complete reprogramming of the mind. That is the exact shift her mentor has been drilling into her for months. Look at the pattern of her life this year. Madrid, a viral airport welcome. Paris, a viral airport welcome. Bad Hamburg, documented crowd scenes circulating across Filipino social media. Wimbledon, the LA Times filed a feature specifically about the rabid Filipino support ringing the grounds. Washington is not an exception to that pattern. Washington is the natural next chapter. The DMV region holds one of the densest Filipino-American populations in the entire country. If her recent stops are any guide, the fences at Fitzgerald are already filling. For every Filipino fan who spent the last 2 years telling their coworkers to remember the name Alex Eala, the world is not catching up anymore. The world is here.